What's going on? Move the mouse back in City Skylines. Let's play Season 10, Episode number 22. Right. They should be ending on multiples of 3. So the start of the week, beginning of a new thing. It's not important. A little bit of fire to start the episode. Let's get out of here and let's talk about a couple things. So, actually, let's talk about IRL for a second. So I just had my first week back to work after 2 months off. I say off, I was laid off. So it's been an adjustment, kind of watching a lot of training, and it's a little dry. It's a lot of caffeine required. And so I'm super busy. Starting up on a new technology is a lot more work than staying up and running on it. So mentally I am exhausted, but I wanted to put a couple shorter videos out this week, but 3 videos nonetheless, to talk about a few different things in Rosewood, or more specifically certain areas. So let's kind of dive right in. I did a couple little small changes, don't get too worried. I kept bouncing back and forth ideas over here. So let's take the traffic flow coming in. I changed 2 things basically. This is all highway coming down here until it gets to these 2 roads, and this has been changed to zonable street because we've turned these buildings, all of them were basically facing this road here. So if you wanted to go to the greenhouse on the left or the one on the right, you were using this street to get there. Same thing with the animal pastures up ahead. So basically all I've done is split half of that so that the front of these buildings, all you do is you grab them, you go to move them, and you drag them towards the road that you want to snap to. So right there, that would put the front of the building where that arrow is. That's where the trucks enter and exit from. Would put it on that other road. But here we just want it down here, and just split up the traffic flow just a little bit. Same sort of thing. There's a lot more crops than we need. In fact, sometimes they're full, just waiting for somebody to need them, which they do, right? These 2 need crops. This one also need crops, so it's just waiting for a truck to come through, but it will get there. I put one of the flour mills on this side. I shimmied some of the barracks around, just doing some different stuff to kind of tighten up the zone a little bit. And then I did some things over here, traffic flow wise. So as you come away from the flour mills here, there is a 2-lane highway which kind of links up over here and does the same thing over this way. We could get some of this out of here. It's all 2-lane streets. See, if I moved, let's do this real quick. I'm gonna move these over here. This would have been better if I did this correctly. Well, not correctly, but straight across from one another, instead of starting that diagonal crisscross that I began with. So why I'm going to move these is, as soon as we get these out of here, these do need zonable roads. A couple things that I missed too, I'll tell you. One, the hum of the Xbox One X. Man, this thing must run hotter stuff. I didn't. The S is much quieter, but I'm getting better frame rates, so I can't complain about that. I have my X back. So okay, one thing at a time. Hold on a second, mouse. You moved all that stuff over there. What that lets us do now is upgrade this to highway. Come on. Because we don't have anything that requires zoning on that road. I built this little exit, so basically if you're in this zone, you're doing a couple things. You're either leaving the zone, go on the highway, get out of here, coming back into the zone, or if you're going to one of these places over here, this little exit will take you onto the service road to the police and fire station for now. We could do helicopter coverage and get that out of here. And then there's the maintenance building and the farm building itself, the administration building. So if I want to go to the donut factory, I actually want to stay on here. Or I guess I could go off here and come down this way and turn right. But that separates the traffic out a bit. It's a little funny over here. And gets everybody coming around, in this case, into the train yard or back around into the zone. So just cleaned it up a little bit. We're not going to use any more of the area for farming than we already are. So I'm going to go ahead and ruin this farmland for good. At least everything up to here, I think. I'm fine with that. While we get the brush out, we may as well spam some other trees in here. We'll do this whole area right there. We'll get some more of the conifers out there real quick. Quick brush just to fill that in a little bit. And then I'm going to mix in some more. We don't want to affect the actual yellowness of the ground over here too close to the farm. Because that will actually affect the production. And then was this the wild conifer? So something like that. Gonna go down the strength here and just kind of fill this in. A little bit of the regular conifers. We need more color over here though. Let's turn the strength up. Get some other trees mixing and matching in there. Come on. So let's take a look at our resources, make sure we didn't mess that up too much before we go too far. Yeah, we still got good farmland there. Now, what is this carrying power to? Do we not have a better way to do that? So what I think we should do, I think this makes more sense, is let's get rid of these dependencies on anything else. So they're going to start complaining about power, correct? Are they hooked up anywhere else? I don't think that they are. Oh, they are. Okay. So let's break this. And let's get its own power over here. Oh, really? Really? I would have thought there would be better power there. Maybe it's time for us to work on this ledge a bit here. So I think I'm going to keep it. I apologize. I've been terrible at keeping up with the comments. I asked for people's feedback on this on the last one, and I haven't even had a chance to look. It's been so busy. It's been so crazy. Let's do this. Since we know the high part is good for wind. Oh, not enough soil already, huh? I didn't really consider that when I started thinking about building this up. What happens if we level this back down again? I should probably take this out of here. This is silly. This doesn't need to be here, right? If your vote was to keep it, I apologize. Doing this on a whim. Look at that. Look at that mess. So let's do this early in the episode because sometimes it won't let you reconnect the roads. That looks super close over there. And we'll slope it from there to there. We'll smooth it out after, assuming it lets us connect everything. Probably shouldn't have messed with this one to begin with. Look at that. Look how crooked that is right off the edge of the map. And that's not me. That's built in. That's built-in crookedness. So not only is that not an appealing intersection to look at, it's not really hooked in. They need move it in the game so that when somebody creates that map, they can nudge that over. Because I don't think they use it. I don't think they use the mods in the creation of the maps. Would be my guess. So let's do that. Let's change direction. What do we need to? No, I drew it correctly. Never mind. So let's go back and look at that. We'll smooth this soil out, and then we'll look at our wind again. So a bit of an idea. I mean, you sketch it out. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't think that was going to work. On PC, totally could have made that work. With mods, with more tiles. Yeah, I did disconnect all the power over here. That's okay. Let's see what that did, if that gave us any better option for power. Let's let it play for half a second. Really doesn't like the power over here. Let's throw a couple, I guess. What is this producing? Not nearly enough. Let's see how much electricity this actually uses. Can we just make that bubble fit across? Okay. We might decorate with some power lines after the fact. Let's see if that does anything. Let's throw it on 3 times speed. We'll get our windmills out over here. That way we don't have to have them all over the place. Did that pass power? That would have been awesome if those two passed power. Let's just move it. Let's see. I wish you could see how much power a particular zone used. That would tell us a lot more. I guess we will run it from over here for now. With things like electric roads, you know, we can kind of hide the routes. But I think we should have, you know, a couple windmills staggered around, spread about the map. Whether those are their final resting place, I don't know. We've got to level up the forestry. So this one I think I've been letting sit a little too long. Not to mention the fact that it is not powered now. We'll probably come up over this way. I think we're going to build a little closer to the highway there. That was just a quick idea, a quick experiment. It was not a good one. We'll just hook these back up for now. But I think we'll do something like that to try and make it feel a little bit more a microgrid. In terms of the electricity spread. Maybe we'll come back to that. That's not important right now. Traffic flow wise, I think that's something that's important because it is a consideration I had that I was thinking about when I came over here and made some of these changes. You can see we're doing 92% on the map. It's, you know, it's more of an aesthetic city. It's not necessarily the best build, but we've spread out the traffic coming into the city where people live. Over here, this actually reminds me, I messed this up at the end of the last episode. And I know I did see that one in the comments. I saw that in the edit and I didn't draw attention to it because I didn't feel like recording a voiceover or doing any effect. But some people definitely saw that. I didn't reverse the direction on that. So, but again, traffic wise, we've got that entrance into the city. Both industrial areas, the forestry and the farming have their own exits, completely independent, no other way to get there. And then we've got one that comes in over this way. I feel like I should clean up that a bit. It's a little weird, but that dumps down here over into Cypress Heights. No, wait, come on. There's a much faster way to change that. I didn't feel like typing the whole thing again. There we go. Cypress Hill. That was the default name. We're finally getting around to change that. Okay. So I'll come in here, and you know, maybe what we could do is some parks, or I shouldn't say some parks, like a park that covers the area, and then we could do like little picnic benches, little pauses, a little something, and maybe just to make the feel area, make the feel area, make the area feel more alive. Is I think what I was going for there. Demand wise, we haven't met any of that. We haven't touched any of that. We do want to move in, I think, a new neighborhood, maybe next episode. Try and figure out a couple things to tuck in over this way, and get a little bit closer to the highway, and then we can start to tree that off and that off. We're getting there. I'm going to take one quick look through industry before we get out of here for today. And again, they're going to be shorter episodes this week. I gotta try and stay on track of life. But what do we got? We've got crop and fruit fields. We've got those already. We've got them in the form of greenhouses. We've got the animal pastures. There are smaller versions of that, or if we want to show these as different crops, we could do that. Processing wise, we have 2 flour mills, which is more than enough. Cattle shed produces animal products, so it's the same sort of thing that the animal pastures do, but they pollute, so not as good, not as nice. Same sort of thing here. We've got noise pollution and regular pollution. Not that it is as much of a problem with our Green Cities Monument. Eden Project might be a default. Is that a Green Cities thing? I forget now. I deleted all my grain silos because they were just, the traffic was stupid, you know. But if we wanted to tuck one in here, let's do a small silo, a large silo, and what do we do? Do we do the, what is this, a small barn? And a large barn? Just for the heck of it? Do we even define goods for them? I don't think we have to, but we could, you know, you can move little things like that into the area just to make it feel a little bit more the part. We have, I think, both. Which one's the helicopter? Do we have police helicopter? We've got police stations here. Yes. Okay, we dropped it in over by Transport Hub. So, we could do away with... Where is it? We could do away with the police station, fire station over here. And we could say helicopter priority. Because that way they're not even thinking about waiting. I did have a big fire, though, when that happened over in the... over there in the forestry. This is a district. Do I need this district for any reason? I think this was a district because I had farming painted on it. And I don't think we need it anymore. There's no reason that this needs a district. This doesn't do anything. It's all placed buildings. So let's get rid of that. And then let's go double check, I guess, our farm industries, farm painting area. Whatever, farm painting area. Area of brush tool. Covering plenty, more than we need. I think... I just want to take one more look. The barns, the fences, a couple silos. I mean, we can move stuff around if we want to get real detail oriented. And again, we could drop some parks in here, but I think what I'm going to do is commit to this and bring the conifers right up to the edge of the farmland there. All right, now we can see where we've got lots of different colored trees, and some areas that we don't. And alders are a big part of this map, so I keep coming back to spam those when I can. I do like lots of trees, and then I like to complain about lag. The two might be related, though I can't be sure. I'll mess around some more, try to hide the power lines as best as possible, or see if we can get a couple more windmills and things like that tucked in. I mean, maybe we even go with, you know, where is it? We've got the money. We could do something like a geothermal power plant out here that only supported maybe these two things, I guess. Just to kind of sit it on the grid, but, you know, does it really hurt us that much to run this power line up through here? Probably not. You know, it doesn't show that much. So I'll detail a little bit more. I'll drop in maybe some park objects, some footpaths to see if we can get people moving around. Already regretting this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, hold on. So if you wanted to decorate, you do something like that. I might put those back in and just turn them off. Can you turn those buildings off? Should I have just done that? So building. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we have a barn. It's turned off. So that's great. Okay. Well, like I said, short episodes this week. Hopefully you're enjoying nonetheless. We're going to do little things like that. I'm going to work on the farming area next. Farming. No, that was farming today. Forestry next. We'll do that one on the next one. We'll try and level that up. We'll power through, maybe do some time lapse and drop some more of those objects in. And it's about kind of getting as close to final as I can think of on certain little areas. I'm going to go back in and really fine tune in detail and put some trees and park objects and footpaths and little things to help, you know, fill in some of the gaps here. But that's actually a great shot right there. You know, it starts to feel more alive as we mix those trees and bring them in and encroach on the farmland. But, you know, don't bring it in too close. Otherwise, you actually compromise the ability for it to produce goods. And we don't want that. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, likes, comments, shares, they all help the channel out. They're all greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications. If you got questions, come on over to the Discord. Great group of people. We talk about the channel, cities, all kinds of other stuff. Link in the description down below. Speaking of links, a couple other things to check out if you'd like to support the channel. Links to that, and there's some new t-shirts, hoodies. What is there? Classic tee, men's and women's. There's a V-neck. There's a couple different hoodies. Check them out. First is some gear that I'm putting out there. If you want to support the channel and get a t-shirt or a hoodie in the process, Teespring's the way to do that. And you can actually check out that link right below the video. So shameless self-promotion out of the way. Again, check the link for more if you'd like to support the channel. But again, you can do that just by liking, commenting, sharing, all those things. So greatly appreciated again. Until the next one, when we'll try and tune and tweak the forestry area a bit. Until then, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.